Hello everyone and welcome to the Carcode YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Sam. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for new car reviews every single week. Today I'm at Barton Townley Nissan in Barrow. A huge thanks to them for allowing me to do a review on this Juke, borrow it for a few hours and give you a full overview yourselves. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I actually got the chance to test drive the hybrid Juke at the SMMT annual event at Millbrook Proving Ground. So I got an actual test drive of the car as well, which is really great. So I can only comment on the hybrid driving, but I will go through all the engines and transmissions available on the Juke in this video. If that sounds good, please make sure you keep watching till the end to get a full overview of the new Juke. It's been slightly tweaked last year, so I'm not exactly new to the video, but I thought I'd still give you my view nevertheless. So let's get on with the video. The Juke's always been known as a bit of a unique out there car, and it still definitely is. Although it is a bit more grown up, it's definitely still got the funky vibes. Not a lot has changed. We got some new wheels with the update. These don't look too great on the online visualizer, but in real life these are really nice. But I will move on to wheels in a little bit. You've still got these slim LED daytime running lights and then your LED headlamps down there. Overall, the outside exterior design isn't too different from the pre-facelift. On the hybrid, you do get a slightly different grille to the front, a bit more aerodynamic, and you get a strip along the top, so you know it's a hybrid. You also get a few badges, of course. You can get a range of metallic colours, so many different options are available. The standard colour is flame red, which most people don't really go for red anymore. Then you go to £250 if you want the Arctic white. There's a few colours that are £575, like your pearl black and your gunmetallic paintwork. On Techno Plus, it comes as standard with gunmetallic with the black roof, and you can pay £170 for pretty much any colour with a contrasting roof, which isn't too bad. I guess you're at that price point with Techno Plus. They've just included it pretty much with the price, just £170, not too bad. If you want most of the metallic colours, so your burgundy, this magnetic blue, storm white, which is my favourite, they're £745. It's Techno Plus where you get the two-tone roof as standard and the cheaper cost of paint. The mid-spec end connector model starts at £24,585, which is about bang on average with all competitors. Ford Puma, Volkswagen Taygo, Seat Arona, they're all around that similar price mark. The end connector is definitely one to go for. The Vizier has got steel wheels, so it's probably not one you want to go for. The Ascenta does have better specification. You've got alloy wheels on it and it looks okay on the outside, but it does have a plastic steering wheel and not the best specification. So the end connector and Techno are definitely the models that you want to be looking into. So you're looking around £25,000 for a brand new list price from on the Juke. Then if you want to go for the hybrid, it starts at £28,210. Isn't too bad. And the Techno Plus starts from £31,110. The Techno Plus was the model that I test drove with the 19-inch alloy wheels, and I was actually surprisingly impressed. Let's move on to the alloy wheels now. I'll talk through the different options and visualize all of them and show you what they all look like. Well, they start off with wheel trims on the Vizier model, so you're going to avoid that. They're steel wheels. On the centre, you get the Sakura alloy wheels, 17-inch diamond cut. They look really nice wheels. Then it goes up to these 17-inch two-tone diamond cut alloy wheels on the end connector models. These look really nice, and they were kind of missing from the pre-facelift model because you had the normal 17-inch not diamond cut alloy wheels, which looked a little small, whereas diamond cut kind of makes the wheel look bigger than it is. These suit the car really well. Then on Techno, it goes up to the 19-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. Really nice wheels. Techno Plus, you get the 19-inch Akari alloy wheels. Again, really lovely wheel. And on Techno Plus, on the hybrid, you get the 19-inch Aero alloy wheels, which I saw at the SMMT event. They're not for everyone, but I really quite like them. They just look like the Sakura alloy wheels a bit bigger basically, but yeah, overall the wheel choice on the new Juke is quite nice. Unfortunately, you can't get these smaller wheels on the Techno model. Personally prefer a bit more of a comfortable ride with these wheels, so I'd probably go for end connector trim anyway. The side of the Juke has got to be one of my favourite angles. You've got all these muscular lines. It just looks so great. It looks great in this magnetic blue colour, and it looks even better when it's got a two-tone roof on there as well. Really lovely. I love the concealed rear door handles as well. They're now in gloss black, which looks a little bit better on the outside as are the B-pillars, are also in that gloss black, bit dusty, but just looks really nice and modern. And the concealed rear door handles is one of my favourite things on the Juke. Looks great. Lots of manufacturers are also doing it, but they were arguably the first to do it with SUVs. They've always done the concealed rear door handles and it looks great. To the rear of the Juke, it's a nice rear end. You don't have the boomerang rear lights that you used to have. That was in the previous generation though, so that was quite a while ago. You have these bit more tasteful looking ones, and you've got the spoiler here and it sort of goes down there. It looks really great. I also like the fact that the fuel filler cap's on the driver's side and it's just a clip to release one. It's not one that you have to pull inside to release. I know it's a small thing, but all these things matter really. Really nice design on the outside of the Juke. Let's have a hop inside and see what it's like to drive. Okay, it's very smooth at low speeds. It's a nice size as well because it's not too big. Very smooth. Don't know why it's making that noise. That's my camera, by the way, not the car. Seat's very comfortable as well. I like the Juke. I've always loved the look of it, but really strangely, I've never actually driven one. Being 143 PS. Oh, Sam. Got the bows in the headrests, which come out in 2018. So they've been doing that for a while now, but it's really cool. You've got the analog dials, but they work very well. Obviously this is made as a petrol car, but then it's modified. So we're going to go on the hill route. Shifted, nice and smooth, okay. It handles much better than the Fiat 500 already, I could say that. It's fun to drive, but it doesn't handle very well. Like, it's very like jelly. It's like wibble wobble jelly on a plate is how I want to describe it. Woo! There is people going a lot quicker than me, but I'm just taking it easy. Then it's a nice car to drive, to be honest. So then, inside the Juke, what is it like? Well, not too bad, to be honest. At first I wasn't sure how these integrated headrests in the seats were going to find, if they were going to be comfortable, but personally for my driving position they're perfectly fine. They're not going to fit for all drivers though, so you just need to definitely test them out for yourself. You don't have adjustable lumbar support anywhere on these, I don't think, that I can find, no, but they are pretty much perfect for me, but of course it varies on person to person. You've got the synthetic leather and then the cloth as well. And connector seats quite nice. The Techno ones is what I was in a Techno Plus and they were very comfortable too. You've got the newer logo here as well. This centre touchscreen, which is actually facing towards the passenger. As you know, if you've watched my videos before, it is one of my pet peeves on cars. Not a huge fan of that. This system itself, pretty easy to use. It's very self-explanatory, so it's not too bad. You do have your landmarks, which I really like. Not all cars have got that, but you see there it's got your Tesco. You just sort of do that. You got Tesco, you can just go to your different logos, which is quite easy. It's not the best, most advanced system out there, but it does the trick. Start the car up so you can have a look. You can see you get the little animation when it comes on. I'm liking this semi-digital dials as well. It's done very well, and it was done very well on the hybrid as well. I know most people like a fully digital dash, but I do quite like having analog dials on there, especially in a petrol car. It works quite well. 6-speed manual gearbox is nice, but it's quite big for no reason, so that's weird. I do like the fact though that you have to pull the collar up and do that to put it into reverse, and the rear camera comes up automatically when you do so as well. Got physical climate controls, which everyone knows is great. They actually work really well as a good air flow. Not many cars have got such good distribution of air there, so that's really great, and very easy to control. Overall, it's quite a nice place to be. Just that screen facing away is a major annoyance for me because, of course, the Juke's such a big car in the UK. It's a British icon, if you could say that, and it's facing towards the European side, which is just meh. Quite a nice small SUV. It's definitely one to look out for. It's a nice option and it's a little bit different, and that's what I really like about cars. I like a bit of a unique vehicle. So then, what is the boot space like on the Nissan Juke? Well, it's got a 422 litre boot on your normal petrol model. On the hybrid, it drops down to 354 litres, so it loses quite a bit of boot space there, and that's thanks to the batteries down in the boot floor, so that's a bit of a shame. Although the hybrid model still has a bigger boot than the Honda HR-V, which has 335 litres of boot space. Clicking the pop-out banner to watch my review on the Honda HR-V hybrid, they're pretty much direct competitors in the hybrid sector. This one's got a false floor that drops down, like so, pretty much all the way flat. So that's very handy to have. And then you've got your tyre inflation kit down there. As with most new cars, you don't get a spare wheel, and I think you can actually opt for it on this one as well. And you've got the handles on the inside on both sides, which is a really nice touch. What is it like in the back of the Nissan Juke? Well, the seats are very comfortable. I've got a decent amount of knee room and quite a bit of headroom too. It's not the most spacious in the back of here. There is definitely other small SUVs which offer a much bigger sense of space in the back. Mostly the Volkswagen Group, they offer a lot more space, but it's not too bad. You get no centre armrest, you get one USB there. The end connector seats are quite good because they're not as big. On the Techno ones, you have this big black plastic here because you've got the bows here, and the seats are a little bit wider, so I think that'll be even more claustrophobic. It's also got the dark headlining on this one, so from end connector and above it's dark headlining. You can't opt for a sunroof, unfortunately, either, which is a bit of a shame, so it could feel a little bit claustrophobic. The shoulder line of the car's high up as well, so if you've got little kids, like probably down here, they might feel a little bit claustrophobic or be more prone to being car sick. It's definitely not like the Arona that's got the very low shoulder line, even at the back, that offers big windows. It's quite high up, so you're just going to have to consider that. It's not really made to have people in the back of it a lot. You've got the ISOFIX points, which I really love how Nissan have done these. They're just so easy. You just lift them up, the clips stay on, and they just click in. They are quite big and in your face, but that's all right. I'll see how the seats fold now. Although they're not Honda Magic seats, they fold pretty much flat with the false floor, so I'm not too upset with that. That's pretty good. So then, what's under the bonnet of the Juke? Well, you've got 2 different engines to choose from and 3 different transmissions. So you've got the 1 litre turbocharged DIG-T engine. That's the most popular one with the 6-speed manual transmission. That gets you from 0 to 60 in just 10.4 seconds, which is about average for this sector. The quickest engine is the hybrid model, which is what I tested. It's got 93 brake horsepower, but a 48 brake horsepower electric motor as well. So it combines to 143 PS or around 141 brake horsepower. That'll get 0 to 60 in 10.1 seconds, although you're not going to notice 0.3 of a second. The slowest is the DCT, so the dual clutch transmission with the same 1 litre turbocharged DIG-T engine, and that 0 to 60 time is 11.4 seconds. So a little bit more sluggish with the DCT transmission, but not too bad. The hybrid offers a 4-speed transmission and 2 electric gears as well. And when I drove it, it was quite smooth. It was actually smoother than the CVT in the Honda, and it was very seamless how it went between hybrid and the petrol. It was very quiet and refined as well. When I put my foot down, it did make a bit of a noise sometimes, but the way the gear ratios were placed out made it quite an enjoyable drive for a hybrid car, and of course, all self-charging as well. It always confuses me and throws me off on Nissans how the bonnet strut comes from the top. So then, what do I think of the new Juke? Well, it's kind of hard to call it a brand new Juke because they haven't changed a massive great deal, and that's because it only came out 4 years ago. But of course, the SUV, small SUV market is ever changing and ever growing. If you're not a fan of the looks or anything like that, then it's probably not for you, and you probably already know that. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. There's lots of small SUVs out there, and it can be quite polarizing looking at all the different options and choices. So, should you buy the Juke? Well, You kind of got to answer that question yourself. It offers a really great sense of style. You've got a few different engine options and now the option of the new hybrid model. Plenty of different colours, personalisation options, etc, etc. It's pretty familiar and easy to live with. And that's the overall vibe. It's a familiar feel on the Nissan Juke and a good one as well. If you've got any questions, please make sure to put them down in the comments down below. Again, a huge thanks to Barton Townley Nissan for allowing me to borrow this Nissan Juke for a few hours just to get a really good review of it. As well, from the press team, thanks to Terry and Keely, who were at the SMMT event, who spoke to me and allowed me to drive the hybrid Juke. That was really great. Driving that around Millbrook Proving Ground was a great experience and it really impressed me as a car. I was quite happy. If you do like new car reviews, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in my next review.